So you may notice there's a guy down here with a strange set of glasses on. So this is Mike Mitchell, Cochran Supply's Chief Technology Officer. And, yep, applause, applause, woo! So for those of you, many of you know, we started down a rabbit hole a couple years back, and we started diving into the thought of augmented reality in our industry. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, augmented reality is essentially layering digital data on top of real-time vision to create a new environment, maybe something that's more effective or something that's easier to use or all sorts of cool stuff. So Mike has been working on this for a couple years now, and he's here to show where he's at on his development path. Mike, take it away.
All righty. Hey, you guys. So here's what it is. I know you might have seen us show off a little bit of H2N4 before, but it stands for HoloLens 2 Niagara 4. This is a HoloLens. It's a device from Microsoft. It's running Windows 10 right now, although Windows 11 is good for it. And there's an application running on this that's talking to a Niagara supervisor that's on the interwebs. And we're pulling some live data from it right now. This is some of a sample of this in our application logs. You can see it's JSON formatted. And what it's doing is, data is organized in your Niagara station, however you like it. And we're pulling dynamic 3D models from it now and representing devices via QR codes that correspond to control rooms or devices or systems or what have you. And it'll show off data panels based off of Niagara points that you choose. So you can see like this is a VFD data panel, and buttons that are titles and hyperlinks that can lead you to other stuff. I had to throw a Raiders button in there, but that's all right. So what this model is that I'm walking around is a LiDAR scanned mechanical room. This is done by a little device that goes around and you kind of position it through the room every 10 feet or so. It scans the room and it also gets obviously textures off of everything, and it can kind of show you what's in your mechanical room. So we figured this would be useful for somebody off-site to instantly be able to walk around and say, hey, yeah, go over here by the old, see the Jace controller that's on the wall over there? Yep, and it's the second device down in the cabinet and blah, 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 blah. And so they have those points of references. And then somebody on-site would be able to turn off the 3D model and just see the data panels around, hovering over the exact equipment that they need to show. So, the second part of that, besides the live Niagara data, is that each one of these buttons should be able to pull up some additional data. Let's see how well that works. And it usually takes about 15 seconds, but it should pull up an Edge browser here in a little bit. And I'll torment it by walking along. Yep, oh, there we go. So if you need to order parts for a particular system, we, of course, are showing our e-commerce system here.
Move your head slowly, Mike.
Oh, sorry, guys. I know I have a bad habit of
You're
getting everybody
sick. You're going to get people nauseous. Move slowly.
Move slowly, Mike. Slowly. But the nice part for us old guys, too, is you can increase the size of these things and they're actually legible. So you can bring in other information like that. We've got work order systems on hyperlinks, PDFs for installation files, links back to your Niagara system and the control system itself, whatever you can imagine. And then, this is some of the old work that we had done with our older system. Let's see if I can get that to pull in. Maybe. There we go. So if you need to pull in other additional information, we've got our old templated devices as well for air handlers, VAVs, RTUs, you name it. And then even a little bit of X-ray vision devices. So the imagine there, you can pull out the different individual devices. Here's a duct sensor, and you can stick it right where it actually goes in the duct, wherever the heck that is. I'm picking here, just for laughs. But the same thing with all the other systems in the air handler itself. If you've got a freeze stat, you've got a damper system. And you can place these in the equipment where they go. And so you're going to get live Niagara data modeled with whatever 3D models you want. So if you had a hot water system and you had separate, separate piping systems from the actual boilers, from the actual pumps, from the actual whatever the heck else you got in the system, you can combine all those models in Niagara. The HoloLens will download those and read them from the device and then display them based on the QR code that you've assigned to that system.
Nice work, Mike.
Ta-da!
Well done.
Yahoo!
So this is a product. It is for sale. It's called H2N4. It's two software products. There's a HoloLens app that obviously goes in the HoloLens and a driver that goes into Niagara that allows you to take the real-time data from Niagara, bring it into the HoloLens environment, and then the app inside of the HoloLens environment allows you to share that data with other apps that you may run, like a 3D rendering tool and things like that. So while this may seem like voodoo magic, this is all off the shelf with a little software development from the Cochrane Tech Service team. And like I said, we can help any of you that want to try this out. We're still doing a little bit more pilot testing, but we're ready to roll. So thank you for that.
Yeah, whatever Revit models you may have, or if you have these kind of 3D scanned rooms and things like that, you can resize things. You can make them as small as a desk, as large as an elephant, whatever you need. Let's see if I can make that a little smaller. There you go. So however you need to see your system and all the models
I
that
think you're just freaking them out now, Mike.
Oh, sorry.
All right, thank you so much, Mike. Well done.